Mondays with Millie. I hope all of you have had a great Monday today, and I hope you had a great Monday last week too, since it was Memorial Day weekend. So it's been a little bit since I made a Mondays with Millie video, but I'm so excited to show you all some of the growth that she's had over these past few weeks. So if you remember the last time that I created a video, I talked about the importance of Osmocote and in general what fertilizer does for plants. And what fertilizer has done for Millie over the past couple weeks has been amazing. You can see now that she is so happy and healthy. Her leaves are green. She was given a nice nitrogen boost last week. And what you also might notice is that right now, I only have one of her plants in this pot. A couple weeks ago, I actually had 3 pearl millet plants growing. And so that sort of segues into a topic I want to briefly go over with you all this week, which involves planting density. So as the name suggests, planting density describes how many plants a farmer or a grower might put in a specific area of farmland or soil. And this is something that's really important to consider between different plants, because different plants will get stressed out easily if there are other plants near them. And the reason why that becomes a challenge is because when you have plants close to each other, it can cause competition. Something I've noticed whenever I'm growing a lot of pearl millet in the greenhouse is these plants have competition, especially when it comes to sunlight. So if one pearl millet plant is growing tall and it's happy, it might actually cause the other pearl millet plant next to it to be growing in shade. And so it doesn't have as much sunlight anymore that it needs as an energy source for some of the plant reactions that go on inside of it. Something else to be aware of whenever you're thinking about things like planting density is the fact that if you have plants too close to each other, it can also cause them to compete for things like nutrients, sort of like that Osmocote fertilizer I talked about. It might compete for water if the season has been really dry. And something else they might compete with is other nearby weeds, if we're thinking about a field condition. Or even sometimes in the greenhouse, I'll notice little weeds growing in my plants. And so I have to be cognizant of the fact that there might be other things growing that are taking away nutrients from the plant that I am more focused on. And so that's why I decided that from here on out, Millie is going to be a lone ranger, especially since I applied Osmocote on her a few weeks ago. I wanted to make sure that the other nearby plants weren't competing and then none of them would grow. So if any of you are growing plants at home right now, maybe in your garden since it's the summer season, make sure that you're aware of what the recommended planting density is for the plant you're growing so that they can live happy and healthy lives just like Millie is right now. Now, since the summers are getting really hot and humid right now in Georgia, I have a feeling that Millie will be growing like a weed from here on out. Be sure to stay tuned to my YouTube channel so that you can track Millie's progress.